coming at you with the next update for the Ghia 244 project. So the engine is pretty much done, except for a few little things. I got to overend on the VTEC solenoid. I got to do some stuff with the alternator, waiting on the intake to be painted, and got an oil filter for it, of course. So just finished doing a major part of the painting, which is these panels right here for the cover for the engine and the interior stuff. At this point in time, I've got a problem with this. I've got to repaint these panels because they were outside when I painted them in the sun. They dried too fast, so they're not near as glossy as interior stuff, so they don't really match on the gloss side. So I'm gonna have to redo those later on. I'll wait till the shop's cleared out, put them on a stand and paint them in here so that way they won't dry so fast and they'll match. This area here is not done because this is where the side window is going to go. I've got to make a frame for all that. It's going to go right basically like that, and glass can mount on it. But I have to put the door on, do all the gaskets for it, get it all lined up, make sure all that's working right and lined up properly, and then that'll give me positioning for that glass. As you can see, I stopped right here on the roll cage because I've still got to do the front. I got to do the dash. I've got to build the dash. Got to do all that before I can put the front glass in. So I also have to paint it. And right here is going to be a roll bar protector. So blending the paint right there is going to be really nice. You'll never see it anyway. And of course, I got to put everything back in here, and then I've got to do the wiring. So wiring's coming up soon. But at this point in time, since all this is painted, all the inside of the engine bay is painted, I got to put all the stuff back in the back here, AC condenser, all the radiator, all that stuff, and then finish up the wiring in there to the tail lights. Still have to do the tail lights. I hadn't done that yet. I'm actually going to 3D print those, make my own tail lights, and I've got to do the grill that goes back here, and then pretty much ready for a test drive not long from now. If I can get the wiring done, get the subframe laid over here, drying. It's got to sit up for 24 hours before I can actually paint it because I did the rust prevention on it. So at this point in time, that's kind of where I'm at. I've already scheduled for the guy to come in and put the back glass in. That's going to be soon, probably next week. So it won't be long for a test drive. I'm thinking in a month I can have this thing going and at least drive on the street. Maybe wearing some goggles because I might not have a windshield in it, but I'm definitely going to try and get it going as soon as possible so I can kind of do a shakedown. Won't have any doors on it either. Kind of going to drive it just the way you see it and see how it goes. Get everything going, make sure everything's working, make sure I ain't got to mess with anything or modify anything, and then I can take it a step farther. See you next time.